All right, welcome to episode 7 of the Shock Drop podcast. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm joined with our co hosts, Kyle and Azeem. In this episode, we have a lot to cover, including the upcoming Panda Restock for March and a lot of other releases, as well as we'll be recapping Supreme's recent move to Shopify and their recent week 1 release, and the first in hand images of the highly anticipated Air Jordan 1 UNC Toe. We have updates also on the Nike and Bape lawsuit that's just come up. And as well, if you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we always appreciate a follow and a rate on the episodes. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into the latest sneaker news. So I know we were a little bit jumping the gun maybe a couple weeks ago when we talked about the Panda Restock on Valentine's Day, and then it never came. Surprise, surprise. But they also kind of removed it immediately. I think within the same day, Kyle, that we found it, right?
It was same night. They loaded the women's pair, and then the next morning it was just gone.
But now I think it was within 24 hours they loaded the men's, and then everything loaded up.
Yep,
I saw surprisingly even the highs are loaded up.
They go all out on Pandas.
Yeah,
all the SKUs.
And speaking of that, we were talking about it just before that. You're pretty convinced this is it? This is the last one?
I don't think this is the last one, but in terms of like reselling, I feel like for the most part, if they're gonna keep cranking out the same size of stock, I don't know. I feel like there may be 2, maybe 3 more restocks before Pandas are gonna be retail for everyone. That's just my assumption. But
what about you, Azeem? What do you think?
I don't know. I can't imagine seeing Pandas sitting on the Nike app, but I think it might happen soon.
Yeah, and we might have gotten to the point of like full saturation.
Yeah, you think so? I mean, are Air Forces sitting again?
I think feel like they're still like in some sizes they're still sold out.
They're still sold out, yeah. And they're definitely a lot more available than they used to be, right? Yeah. I mean, they used to be reselling just regular Air Forces.
Oh no, wow, no! Like the white Air Force is fully in stock.
Yep. Oh, is it? Okay, so good to see. So yeah, so maybe it will be the time that it'll be fully available for everybody.
2 whole years in.
I know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I appreciate almost that Nike does this for like the Panda rather than like the Adidas route of doing like the NMD R2, the NMD X1, and they tried Nike's doing that with the Dunks and stuff like that, but they didn't like stop making the regular Dunk though. They kept making the Pandas. Adidas just like stopped making all the good colorways and was like, hey, buy the new one though.
But they're like, we don't want the new ones. We want the original.
And Nike knows, right? Nobody wants the other ones. Nothing else sells like the Panda does. That's why they restocked this one.
Yeah, well, they did try with that our dubbed.
We saw like Syracuse
Panda 2.0.
Oh yeah, we saw Panda 2.0.
They did try that.
Yeah.
Did the Syracuse when they brought that back? Did that brick?
No.
I think it was still decent. Do you think they're gonna bring back more older colorways like that?
Would that be nice?
I kind of hope so. I was gonna say I did miss out both times on the Kentucky drop and the restock.
It would be nice.
Yeah, I think that would be okay.
Yeah.
I wish they would keep them though small though like that, so it kind of makes like if you're gonna do the frequent drops like that, do small batches of like the best shoes, because then you keep your best audience maintained. Because right now, right, I mean you can't just be releasing anything, right? Because Jordan 5 UNCs are not going to sell. A couple of years ago they probably would have.
Right, but nowadays, no.
Yeah.
But what for the Syracuse and Kentucky restock? That was for that like quote unquote exclusive access, right?
That's what I was about to say. Like,
there was a Shopify restock, wasn't there?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but no like big
like the Shopify restock, meaning there's like a release day where like all the shops kind of drop it.
Kids raffled, I know that.
Did they? Okay, yeah. I thought there was. I knew the Syracuse for sure had one. I thought the Kentucky did, but maybe it was just.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I can't remember. I might have that wrong.
Without like a big sneakers drop, it still felt like somewhat hard to hit.
Yeah. definitely.
EA always makes a drop feel impossible. I don't
It
know why.
does. I don't even bother checking for EA anymore because I know I'm not gonna get it.
Honestly, the worst one was the Off-White
The
EA.
50.
Yeah, that felt so sad. Like every day.
Because you
Right?
kept having to check it. Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It was just like it's like
it was demoralizing.
it was because it was like halfway through, you're just like, I know I should check because like what's the chance? Like because there's 50 pairs,
What if
right? Or
today's
like
the
whatever.
day?
Exactly. What if today's the day? And then you open it, you're like, nope, I should have just not checked it because I knew I wasn't gonna get it. It was just so depressing.
And was it? I think it was 5 straight days. Was it a second week too? I think the second week only had like one drop. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was like a
Yeah,
it was like a
something
week
like
and a
that.
half or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they would do
Uh,
like 2 pairs like per day or something,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
oh
because it
man.
depended on which one you got EA to.
Yep. That was just a that was a dark period of
That was
constantly
fun though.
checking.
I will say I like when they do that. The same thing with the Huff, except the Huff release they did really bad because like you could see pretty easy which SKU you got.
Oh yeah.
So I think that one could have been improved. But I like those mystery box things. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
They could do that with the college one, right? Is
Which
like
one?
like how you said like the Kentuckies, the
Oh,
Syracuse and all
yeah.
that. So like bring back like a select 3-pack. So they could do maybe the college pack. They could do the J pack for
Mhm.
like SBs.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And it just be like, oh, it's a random this pack. You enter for your size. If we've got it, you might win, and a random one gets shipped to you.
That'd be fun.
That would be
That'd
super
be
cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
Nike could almost do that as like a Top Star program.
What's Top Star?
Top Star's eBay's
eBay.
Oh.
eBay's like special program. So if do you have to pay for that? I think you just to get invited.
Yeah, it was
Um,
like if you're like a pretty big eBay buyer, then they invite you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's
gotcha,
how you
gotcha.
used to be able to get shoes for like retail, but now I think they've gone up a little bit in price.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't heard much about that program in a while.
I think I saw somebody on Twitter, maybe it's LA3 or somebody was tweeting that the next one was going to be good, but most of the time I feel like, people snipe the good ones really fast and you're left with like the average deals.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, it's always going to be like that, right? But and then what else we got besides those pandas coming? March is kind of packed. I mean, we were talking about the white cement Air Jordan 3s, the reimagines. I think we just got official images of them a couple days ago.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think the hype is still there for them. I think it's a little died down though.
yeah. Threes have never been
yeah.
as big as fours too, but I think they'll still do pretty good, and they're pretty
Yeah.
nice pair.
It is a
Yeah.
very clean 3.
It's no cracked leather, so
That is true. That is true. No crack leather and improved elephant print.
hey, that's
they're
a
really
win.
Yeah, it was like they're really winning on all fronts right now.
Yeah. It's just dependent on like will it maintain the hype within the next what is it next month?
Yeah, I think it comes like early March.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Will
you
it
should
be
be
They're
able
gonna
pretty
do
soon.
Do you think they're in a shock drop? Like they do a lot of pairs, like 2 weeks
Oh,
before the actual release.
like if it's
Yeah.
half the stock already?
Yeah, that would be really
Yeah.
nice. Maybe they do the sneakers release like tomorrow.
Is tomorrow Sneakers Live?
Hey, wow, what a crazy coincidence, Kyle.
Nike, please don't sue us if we got this correctly.
Hey, we're just making our assumptions of what they've done in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be pretty good. They'll probably do that. They've done every other big one like that, and Lost and Found's even got it too, right? So
Yeah. But I feel like do you like it when they do like shock drops like that, like in the middle of a live, or would you prefer like what was the other way that they did it? Just like a normal shock
the
drop?
scratch, you mean?
Oh yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
It
I
would
think the
just be like
scratch thing's cool, but I was gonna say the scratch doesn't work. That's my issue with it.
yeah.
True.
For a while
But,
they were just
no,
doing like the
it's
12s
nice.
and stuff, like a random shock drop early, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
like
2
the
weeks
SBs.
early.
The
Oh
SBs
yes.
just dropped. Like they would just drop them like that. I like that one. I don't like the
The
live one.
arts. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do the live one because it helps against the bots. But I think also it's like a data collection, so
Yeah.
like they can kind of track like
Who's actually
able to click
watching.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the regular kind of just shock drops because I think
Mhm.
like the Why So Sad shock drop, the Bart shock drop, I feel like
Mhm.
that was like that's a real shock drop. You got a notification like this SB just dropped, and you
Yeah,
just had
those
to
are
go in
fun.
and and that's immediate, right? You don't have to
Yeah.
sit and like and people like all of Twitter knows like there's a drop coming, right?
Yep.
All of Instagram starts posting there's a drop coming. Everybody knows at this point. And then you've got 60,000 people just sitting and watching with on mute because nobody wants to listen to them. They're just waiting for the pop up.
With like as many devices as they can.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I mean, nothing against the hosts. It's just the content is just not very interesting in the way that they present it.
Yeah.
I almost feel like Nike could go behind the scenes and do like an early look leak team, and
Yeah.
like they could probably present everything so much better.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot better content, and I think people would actually watch it just to watch it then.
Yeah. Like an inside look of like the materials, the development of it. Like I prefer just understanding the concept of how they, develop the current design.
Because they
Or
already
seeing
do
some
like
stories
posts
behind the design.
on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sneak,
yeah. I always like
behind the
watching those.
design.
Yeah, those are good, but those are just like stories, and it's usually only for like the big shoes, right?
Yeah, or
So like
a collab.
yeah, and like that's cool. I definitely want to know those too. But like
Mhm.
when they just make colorways, like are they just like throwing random stuff together, or like does somebody have an idea and they're like, "Yo, we'll try to sketch out, like a volcano, right?
Yeah,
We'll
that's
start
true.
with that, and I'm like, okay, how can we portray this into a reddish colored shoe,
Yeah,
right? Something like that. I don't know.
yeah, that's true.
I've heard that there's like a whole team for Nike that does their naming for the colorways, like the color codes. That
Really?
would be very interesting to see how that's done.
Ooh.
Just somebody's given like a shoe and they're they just look at it and they're like coconut milk, pony hair, and ultra black. I don't know, and just give
Actually,
it next shoe.
actually, this is more of a fire red than a team red. Are you sure? No.
He gets the next one. He's like, call this one coconut-ish milk.
Spoiled coconut milk.
Spoiled coconut milk. That's the Off-White fives for sure.
Yep. The spoiled milks.
What else we got for March? Tiffany Forces. We've talked about the Tiffany Forces a little bit
Yep.
though already,
But it's official now.
it is official now. Loaded on the front end, $400.
Yep.
Definitely, the rumor seems to be absolutely false of 1,000 pairs. Jorge and multiple people have lots of pairs. It seems.
If you add all of them up, they might be close to 1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't load the pack, did they?
The what?
All the accessories that were supposed to drop with it.
I don't think that's
No.
dropping on sneakers, is it?
I think that's Tiffany only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And they did release clients early access to get the shoe. So for sneakers, it's the
Info
7th.
for that.
Yeah, and I think if you've got Tiffany, it's like March 3rd, right?
It starts March 3rd, yeah.
It starts March 3rd. Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
March
so that's
3rd to March 6th, I believe.
That's probably where you're going to get the accessories. I can't imagine they'd put that on the sneakers app. Imagine UPS or FedEx taking off with a $200 whistle.
Or the toothbrush.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He's got my shoehorn. Stop.
He's got my $100 metal toothbrush.
Yeah.
That would be outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've heard that stock on sneakers is supposed to be just about probably 8-ish thousand, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But
yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Yeah. Are you guys still going for them?
Probably not.
Really?
I'll try. Am I going to be
I don't
really
think I'm
sad?
for a personal.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely not for a personal, but like
Yeah.
just to, like I think Chris, you were saying like you just wanted to see what it's like in hand, right?
Yeah, I just want one in hand.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling the same way. I'm like, I just
so
want to
if they
see
break,
like
are you returning them?
I mean, I'll probably go for a bigger size and for a flip one. But honestly, like, I mean,
yeah.
listen, I hate to say it, but like, I do enjoy rocking my black Air Forces, the Supreme ones. So
This
like,
guy's a mess.
if Travis did send me the ski mask for free, so I appreciate it. He was calling me for something. No, I think they're really useful, but like that's a shoe that I don't even know if I could use as a dress shoe. Like I just don't think an Air Force looks like a dress shoe.
Hey, I mean, Carmelo Anthony could pull it off, so
I guess, but he was also wearing like a $3,000 plus bracelet and a $5,000 plus ring.
So what you're saying is you need to step your game up.
Yeah, money makes anything look good. Yes, yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
Chris, pull out all the chains.
All the chains.
All the chains, and I'll cut off the back jewel of the Tiffany Air Force, and I'll put it on there.
Exactly. There you go. That's
That
how
was
you
one
do
of
it.
the things that I keep seeing on Twitter about that too. It was people comparing it, and I keep wondering, like, would anybody pay $400 for just like a chain from Tiffany that just has a block of silver, like no shape, just a block? Would you
Just a
pay
block.
$400? I mean, it'd be like a gold bar, but it'd be like a silver bar, right?
Yeah.
Isn't
I mean,
that's what it is?
If it
It's
was
just
$400 worth of gold, maybe.
yeah,
I don't
but
even
then
know if it's $400 worth of silver. I'm gonna be honest.
on the Tiffany's?
Yeah,
Oh no, I definitely don't think it is.
No, 100% not.
I would be
$400 worth
surprised.
of silver would have to be a couple grams. Like it'd have to
I
be
would be
decently heavy.
surprised if it was $100 worth of silver.
Someone needs to pull it off and weigh it, and then get it valued.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
Rose Anvil.
Oh yeah, maybe.
That he'd be the one to do it.
Yeah. Well, would he though? Because he's mostly leather, and there's not much leather on this one. But
Oh, there's
it is,
lambskin, right?
yeah. But this
Maybe
is a
maybe we
higher
can get him the
quality
pair.
one.
Maybe we can get the pair and hit him up. See if he wants to take it for retail.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
we want to partner with you. You just shout out Hawk at the end.
Yeah, we can
That's
get it
it.
for you. It won't be an issue.
No. I
that'd
really
be
find
cool.
his videos really interesting.
Yeah, I hope that he continues to do that. It is cool to see him kind of expose the secrets of like how different shoes are actually breathable and what's not and stuff like that.
And if like
Shout out to him on
says,
YouTube.
Yeah. And if one of them is they call themselves like a premium, are they actually premium?
Yeah, are you getting what you paid for?
Exactly.
Versus like other shoes that he compares them to, which are hilarious. And he's like, I think he did the Monarch and stuff. And it was like, oh, that's so funny.
Yep.
And I think the last big March drop really that we're all looking forward to is it's delayed out of February and stuff. Or was it delayed out of March? Or maybe it's April now, actually. Is the Travis Scott? I think
it was
that's
delayed
April
out
now.
of March.
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate. I still had it in here. But maybe we'll still get a shock drop on the Travis raffle.
The impossible raffle.
Yeah, all of 2 people will win. But that'll be cool. I will say I think the Travis effect is really like dead because
How so?
so on sneakers, not in terms of the shoes, but in terms of everything else.
Oh yeah, the merch doesn't sell like it used to. I think
Most of his merch obviously was never gonna flip, but it was like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Nike merch that really flipped. Even that does not flip anymore.
Yeah.
I still have one of the hoodies from like the other collections. Doesn't really sell for anything. I have the shorts.
Pockets?
The which one?
The pockets one?
No. I have that one personal. I like that one.
Okay.
I have the one from I think it was the khaki drop.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a beige hoodie, and I think it's got like a couple cactus details on it or something. But that one doesn't really flip. And I got the shorts, and I'm conflicted if I was going to keep them or not. But the shorts aren't selling either. I mean, like a lot of the Travis stuff used to like all the Nike stuff used to instantly like double basically in for your money.
Yeah.
But it seems like I think that Travis just without Utopia, ever since the Astroworld thing, they've like lost it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But was it also some of the merch that like he sold during the raffle? Like, weren't they made to order?
The merch on his site is all made to order, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's basically all like it's like an antisocial social club where it's like we're open for 3 days. You have this many days to order everything, and then like it's never available again. But anything
except for the Nike merch.
Yeah, except for the Nike.
The Nike merch wasn't.
But the recent ones, the Nike merch was just always on the app, right?
Yeah, the Nike merch was on the sneakers app, and that stuff is sitting there. Yeah, I think it's still there. But he's got like a leather
one jacket that was super expensive.
Yeah, it's a varsity jacket for $750, and it's like Drake tries to sell varsity jackets for like $1,400 and more. And I'm like, yo, who's buying this anymore? Like maybe in the pandemic time when people
Clearly
had
nobody.
yeah,
Yeah.
nobody's buying it.
Yeah.
I think the Drake merch is crazy, but a lot of the stuff you can get for under retail on StockX sometimes.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it doesn't move. But some other recent drop recap stuff to go over. I know we were talking about Supreme week 2, but Supreme always skips a week when they have the week 1. And this was their first week with Shopify. And Azeem, did you go for it? I know Kyle and I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
were
copped a
going.
personal BOGO.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Did you find it a smooth experience?
Yeah, it was really smooth actually. Like I remember like
Yeah.
usually the Supreme drop would be super laggy. You're trying to wait for the page to load and everything.
Yep.
Everything pretty
Yeah.
much loaded instantly.
Yeah.
Queue was like short, pretty like 20-30 seconds, and checkout was pretty easy.
My
I
queue
wonder if
was
there
2
even was a
seconds.
queue. Yeah, I was gonna say I barely saw one.
Yeah, I thought I was slow because I couldn't solve my captchas fast enough. I forgot how to solve captchas, honestly.
It's been so long.
It's been so long. So I
Yeah,
was like
I was
solving so
worried.
slowly.
I was worried because like it's Shopify, so a lot of bots will be ready for it, like that it was
Yeah.
gonna sell out instantly. But then
No.
they had you could have 2 BOGOs per cart, which was
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah. That
I
was
think
nice. It was
they
a
knew and they
smooth.
figure, right? In store, if they're gonna do it, they might as well allow it online too.
Yeah, people were saying that like if you went in so you could get 5.
What?
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow,
I think LY was saying that. He was like someone went in store and got 5.
that's crazy. I mean, yeah, the brand's definitely expanding, but the BOGO's for sure the one thing that they can always sell out of.
Yeah. I mean, this one was
Yeah, I
like
remember
a
it was like 30 minutes after the drop, and still some colorways were sitting, and people were surprised.
yeah.
Yeah, well, some were like, definitely. This is one that's kind of like a mixed bag, right? Like
Mhm.
it's good in the sense of like it's not super loud, so it's a
Yep.
wearable shirt, but it's also not super loud, so it's not the
It's a
Supreme
regular
style.
shirt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, people aren't
and
gonna
some
wear it as
colorways
much.
definitely look like a regular one. Oh, Kyle, you have it, right? You have it in hand.
Which one?
You have the BOGOs in hand, don't you?
Yeah.
How do they look? Can you tell the BOGO from the shirt? That's what I'm curious about. Because I
I
was
have the
told
black
that
one in
some
hand, and you
colors
can
you
barely
can't.
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah, bro,
The
that's what I'm
red
worried
one you can
about.
kind of tell.
Which one?
The red.
Oh,
The one that I got
The
for
black
you.
one you can barely
yes.
tell.
I got the black one. I got a black,
Uh,
purple, and then you got me the red. So
Dude, where is it on the black? I can't tell. Where is it?
yeah,
It looks like
That's
a black
hard.
t-shirt. But the red one you can tell.
that's
Yeah,
not
I
bad, I guess.
cannot tell on the black one.
The white one. I think was sitting for the longest time.
I think that was yellow.
yeah.
Oh, was it yellow? Was there a white? I thought
There was a white.
There was a
Yeah.
white.
Yeah. Yellow,
White.
I was like, it's still here, guys.
Yeah, white and yellow were, I think, for sure the worst ones. But those were the 2 lightest colorways.
Yeah. Purple, I'm excited to kind of see in hand.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like
Yeah.
a purple. It looks like a dusty purple, which I like.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah,
Huh. That's
slight
actually the name,
departure
isn't it?
from-
Dusty Purple.
I think so.
Yeah.
Dusty purple or dusty lavender, something like that.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, that's the better one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta say, I was very surprised how well the site performed.
Yeah.
Especially from every other week 1 release. That's always the site's dead. We got 15 minutes. We're fighting just to try to load up the web page to try to go
Emails
for
came.
it.
Emails came quick.
Yeah, they took their time to ship some of them.
Okay, well,
mine just
besides
shipped,
that
so
part.
that's normal. I'll give it to
Yeah.
them. That's normal for week 1. So I don't want to.
But email confirmations, they were fast. It was like instant
Yeah.
after I submitted the order.
Yeah, but I think it'll be interesting to see something that's actually more hype drop.
Yeah. See how it holds up to all of that. Or see, I'm
Mhm.
curious how they will handle, because last year, I think this is probably before the Shopify shift, when like they had the was it the add to cart challenges?
Yeah,
yeah.
so it'll be
Really
interesting to see what they
circles
do
and
with this
stuff.
time.
I wonder how they're gonna handle it now that they've shifted to Shopify. Like if they're gonna still have stuff like that.
Or a question.
Well, they can.
Or a
Like what
question.
Union did.
Yeah. But I know they can, but I'm just curious how they're gonna implement it or like how they're gonna handle it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
or
be
even
interesting
if they
too.
will. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't for the week 1 BOGOs. They did
Yeah.
last time.
Everyone was like waiting for it, but
Yeah,
Azeem-
definitely was very surprised they didn't do it. And Azeem, you said for something more hype to drop. What is more hype than BOGOs right now for Supreme? Honest
Well,
question.
I mean, like, I think this had so much like stock that they weren't even like that hype, and like because it was tonal, it was kind of like
Yeah,
not as interesting for people.
Mm-hmm.
that's fair.
We'll see. Are there any collabs that are already like announced or not announced but rumored?
Yes,
well,
I
we
think
have like
Drops just
Drops had a couple of them. Obviously, there's the Air Force that's supposed to be coming, but that's not really a collab,
right.
right? That's just a new
Yeah.
colorway. I think
He said,
I swear there's a couple of them.
I think the brown Air Force, so that probably won't have like the challenge, but that'll be an interesting thing to see, like how that does on the drop.
Assuming it's
Jacob
not
and Co.
$160. Yeah, Jacob and Co
Yeah,
is one of the big ones, though.
I think CPFM.
I was gonna say though, because of pricing, I think
Oh,
CPFM
that's
will
what it
probably
was.
do good.
CPFM.
CPFM,
Yeah,
right?
because they just made a post that I think
Yeah.
it's like a Fuck New York or something hoodie is
Yep, that's what Drops posted.
CPFM. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I think they said that there might be a collection later. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
CPFM is really hit or miss, though, I think.
Yeah.
Bro,
probably just-
they dropped it this week, the jackets, and they sat.
Oh, was it this week?
The New York
Yeah.
ones?
Uh,
Yeah, but it's
The Umbro jackets.
Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah, never mind then. Then probably CPFM.
CPFM will be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get a North Face collab, but that might be hit or miss.
And Vans.
hmm
Yeah, at least 2 North Face collabs and Vans. Yeah, I'm sure.
2. Whoa.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
we
the
get 2
Motion
every
logo.
season now.
The Motion logo hoodie will be interesting too.
Yeah.
I think the last time though they restocked, they've kind of flopped. They're not really as iconic because they just pump them out like that, and it's a printed logo.
Yeah.
That's my only con with it. I wish that it was embroidered.
Yeah.
But
that's valid.
The printing logo is where I always lose my value on Supreme stuff. If it's embroidered, I love it, but anything else, like I struggle to pay that much for it.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels cheap when it's like just screen printed.
Yeah.
I will say Supreme screen printing though, I think it lasts pretty long though. Like however they do it. Yeah, most of the stuff that I have is pretty durable in terms of washing and stuff. So I think that's pretty nice.
Sure.
Doesn't get ruined like Antisocial Social Club ruined after like the first wash.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then going on from Supreme, I know that we've kind of been talking about the mock-ups of these for a while, but we finally got the not official images, I shouldn't say that. The official first look at a stolen pair of the Air Jordan UNC Toe. Obviously one taken out from the factory, first leaked look, but what do you guys think?
I like it.
They're a very nice shoe.
Yeah.
For the toe or for the dough, I guess.
I'm trying to debate between if I would rather have these or Obsidians for the toe.
Yeah. I like the Obsidians a lot. I can't lie.
I think that's what Wallace said too, right? He was like, he was debating whether or not to pick back up his Obsidians or go for these.
I think a lot of people will cop these, like if they missed out Obsidians.
Yeah,
which is a lot of people. Obsidians has been Obsidians have been in huge demand for the last like 2 years.
Yeah, I like the shade of blue on these a lot.
Yeah.
They really got the UNC color down. I think it came out really nice,
and it looks like
the
leather's really soft.
Yeah, the toe box leather.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably one of the best Jordan ones we're gonna see this year. So
yeah, it probably is the best Jordan one we're gonna see this year. What else is coming out this year?
Exactly.
Royals got delayed, right?
Oh, no. No, Royals is coming. The
The
Royals is all
Royals.
suede.
I thought
Yeah.
it was still
Really?
until next year.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
it
it
was
really?
2024.
That's what I heard.
Dang. The other
Because
one
we're
was
getting the
canceled.
satin breads this year.
Yeah. So
Yes.
debate. It depends on how you
Oh,
feel about
yeah.
satin leather or satin.
Exactly. Yeah. There was
The
also
satin one
the
will be a
other.
women's one, though, I think, too.
Yes, it
Yes.
is. There was
I think
one
all
that
of
I
us can fit those,
saw,
so.
the what is it? The Palminos.
Which
Did
one are
you hear
The
about
those?
which?
the Palmino like highs? Someone just posted them the other day. Hold on. Please hold. Let me find them.
Eyes. Oh, they're brown and like black.
Yeah.
They're an interesting pair. I mean, like, I don't think they were
Oh,
gonna do that well.
I
those
just picked
remind me
them up.
of the patinas almost.
Yeah. But it's all the shade instead of the
Brown.
olivey rust color that they had. Yeah.
What's the colorway called?
Palomino.
Palomino. I'm
Yeah.
very surprised they didn't do a cacao wow on that.
They're doing down the fours.
They're doing it on the fours and a couple others. The new SBs that are coming out. For
Oh,
the
yes.
Leo,
Yep.
Leo's SB shoes. I believe there's a cacao wow shoe coming in that. There's a colorway coming in that model. There's a one other one I think too. I can't remember what it is. Maybe it's a mid or something. But yeah, there's a couple of cacao wows. It's definitely making its way through a couple shoes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have appreciated having one of those. I think that would have been a much nicer one than this. This is okay.
Yeah.
This is all we have, just a mock-up.
That's all I saw recently of it. They said it's supposed to be that kind of color blocking. So it
That's
kind
pretty
of
good.
like a shadows, right?
It's kind of like a what?
The shadow color blocking.
Yes, yeah, same one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the shadow toes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all black is really nice.
Yeah.
Makes it pop for sure.
Uh-huh. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm definitely excited for those UNCs. Are you
Yeah.
guys I guess going for double size runs or more?
I'll take what I can get.
I think it's
Yeah,
coming
I
out in
think it'll be
July.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get too greedy on these.
I'm
Really?
curious how they're gonna do as a one, truly.
Yeah.
Just because the demand for ones is at an all-time low.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I
Like,
think
I'll
this will be
take what
like
I
the
can
one
get
shoe that people pick up, but I don't
because
know. We'll
it's
see because
one of the
Nike
better
will load
ones.
up on stock. Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah.
I was saying like, oh shoot, what was I gonna say? I was like, do you think people are gonna want these because this is like probably the best one that is probably dropping
Yeah, I
this
think like
year?
the one model is still a good model. It's just like
Right.
a lot of the colorways have like been kind of mediocre, as well
Yeah.
as with so much stock. Like everyone who wants it can get them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of mediocre colorways with a lot of stock, this exact shoe, the UNC toe, this basically dropped as a low,
Yes.
right? The UNC low, and I was super hyped for that shoe. It dropped last year.
Yes, but it didn't have the toe, UNC toe. It was a
Oh, it
white
was a
toe.
white toe? Was it
Yeah.
really?
Mhm.
Oh shoot. Okay, maybe that was the difference. That was basically the same shoe. Almost.
It's basically, yeah.
But yeah, that shoe I really thought was gonna do numbers because of how close it looked to the Travis,
Mhm.
and did nothing. They restocked so many times that like it just went straight into the dirt.
Yeah. Unfortunate. I did like it though.
Yeah, I thought that was a great colorway.
Yeah.
That's the other problem with shoes going to retail
Mhm.
is, if Pandas go to retail, do you buy them for retail or do you wait until Nike puts them on sale now?
Sale.
Because like every Jordan goes on sale.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, well, if we're taking that Panda example, right? You've waited 2 years at this point. Might as well wait a little bit longer for
I
a
think
sale.
like with Pandas, they're not gonna put them on sale. I think they're gonna be like a Air Force One where they just keep them there. Like maybe you'll get a discount like from an
Like a
outside
coupon.
retailer. Yeah,
Or just wait for your birthday
that's
coupon
it.
from a Nike.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's actually a really good point. I don't think I can ever remember an Air Force being on sale.
Oh, true. On Nike site or just in general?
Just in general, I guess. I don't think I've ever been to like a store where it's been like, like a 20% off Air Forces kind of thing, at least. It's always, just been retail. That's
people
interesting.
definitely are able to do it
Mhm.
because, or for some reason, seeing people sell Air Force Ones in consignment or like on StockX and stuff.
Mhm. Or they take it from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're getting it somehow.
Yeah.
One of the other theories of how shoes were getting under retail and StockX and stuff early, like the True Blues or the Cool Gray Sixes, is that it's shops like Foot Locker shops or the stores that have to buy inventory from Nike. They're just selling it on the platform.
Oh, because they buy it for cheaper than retail?
Because you buy it for wholesale, so you're getting it for like half a retail, or
Yeah, that'd
whatever the
be
price would be, right?
because
That
that's what
would
the
not.
rumor was for Yeezys too, right? Like they backdoor the stock to
They
StockX
have
or whatever.
before. Yeah,
Oh.
I've seen some of them have done it to Go.
Really?
And I think that stock or Adidas was selling wholesale like $110 was how much they were selling it for.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that was
So I
the
mean,
rumor. How like
brands could make money even on brick shoes. Sell
Yeah.
them on StockX for under retail.
But you're still getting that. You're still making profit on those.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say for like the UNC toe, I was gonna say like since like ones are like kind of dead now, and like with a lot of things being near retail, do you think a lot of people who usually buy like one or two pairs a year, do you think now that with like the UNC toe, like if that one actually does do well, they'll be more inclined to spend their, I don't know, whole yearly shoe budget on one pair rather than just like trying to pick up multiple pairs throughout the year?
I don't know. I think like people who are willing to spend like $300 or $400 on a shoe are still gonna like pay that. It's like if you're only wanting to spend $200 on a shoe,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably not gonna do that. Like cop it unless you get it for retail.
True. That's fair.
I was gonna say I figure that Nike kind of anticipates that they've got the much larger category of people that is that one pair person, and then there's like us, which for some reason some sneakerheads believe that like we move the brands, but we are such a small percent of like who actually buys like multiple over $150 plus shoes, every month.
Right.
There's not many people that can do that
No.
regularly. Definitely not as many as people would like to think. So I definitely think that would make things interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of it's a weird take where I think Nike's tried to pivot to do things like that. With like we've talked about the luxury Jordan line before, and I think they figured out like it doesn't work. And I think it's just people are so maybe it's like an American thing. We just like options, right? Why would I have one nice shoe when I could have like 15 pretty nice shoes, and then I get you more, right?
Right.
I think that's kind of how I think about it.
It's like I'm surprised they're even putting this much stock for the Tiffany ones because I don't even know that many people who'd want these or pay $400 for them.
True.
Yeah, honestly, and going on that, it's the same thing with like I just saw I think it was Raph on Twitter was saying, or maybe it was somebody else, but he was saying that the Alma Manir 12s, right? Alma Manir 12s are selling for like 500 plus on StockX right now.
Are
Do
they
you think
really?
they're even going to hold that within like a week?
No.
I think they're selling
No.
for easily over $400 right now on StockX. And it's like
It's dropped below 400 now.
Oh, is it?
In most sizes?
Maybe
Because I
I'm a
think
couple
now
days late, but
people are getting their invoices now.
So how did that release? Only the black pair's out right now, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't seen any wins for the white pair yet, but the white pair is the Ama Manier exclusive pair,
Exclusive, yeah.
and they're
Oh, is it
not.
really? Okay.
And it's not scheduled to drop until March 2nd, whereas the black burgundy pair is on February 24th.
Yeah, I definitely want that white pair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Are you
think
coming
that's the
for
one that most
personal?
people are going for.
No, unfortunately not. I'll probably I might keep it just to like have one, but I'm trying to not get all the personals. Plus the 12s are nice, but I don't really think this is a shoe for me.
Sure.
I
It's
do
a
like my
hooping shoe.
2s, but yeah, I definitely won't hoop in that. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah, I
interesting.
think it's
I do
like
think they're really nice though.
Yeah.
coming from the fours, this is kind of like it's a good colorway, but it's just the 12s as a model isn't that
Right.
hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not hyped, and it's not even I think the best model. I mean, it's like an okay model, but and I think I was saying this on Twitter or something else. I was disappointed that like don't get me wrong, I like the 12, but I
Mhm.
was kind of hoping that Nike would throw Union onto an older or another shoe model of Jordan that could have done better. So like the 8, we've only got like 1 8 or maybe 2 8s that were in the last couple of years. The Rui one, I thought
Mhm.
that one was pretty good. I like the extra box design and stuff like that. I feel like there's a lot of stuff you can do on it. They just don't make them because there's not a lot of people for them, right?
Mhm.
But you could make like one really nice, hyper limited, like 8 or something. Try to bring back the hype. It's like a Travis Scott kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think the 12s they already make 12s and they do kind of all right in terms of selling out. I was just kind of hoping they'd spread out a little bit for brands. But Travis is supposed to come with a 7. Would you buy that 7? I don't know if either of you guys are still huge Travis fans, but
Eh,
I like the
I mean,
6s, but I don't think the 7s I'd cop.
no.
yes, same boat.
I don't have any Travis personal, so.
What's the colorway? Do you know the colorway for the Travis?
For the
7?
7, no, I don't think anybody knows anything yet. If I had to guess, it'd be some kind of brown colorway, right?
Is it for 2023 or
Yeah,
2024?
It is in the works. I don't even think it has a date. I don't even
Okay.
know if it's still in the works. I haven't seen samples or anything, but if the sample pops up, then you know like something's probably on the way. But I
Gotcha.
think they're not going to show anything until these olives come out.
Fair.
Oh yeah, those were. I don't know. Is that his or is that? I think that was when that came
I don't
out.
know.
I think that was when he was trying
Oh,
to
okay.
pump out or pump
These
up in
like
terms of
yellow
price.
7s.
It looks like a
Yeah.
I
pineapple.
guess not.
They're like a reverse Oregon almost. Is that
Oh,
Oregon?
Yeah.
No,
it might
reverse
be.
Oregon, right? It's with more green and less yellow, I think. Yeah.
There's a U on it, I think.
Is it? Maybe he has the. Oh yeah, he might have the PEs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's Travis, right? I mean, he can get whatever he wants.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a pineapple.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think that the 7s would probably do very mid in terms of resale, if
Sure.
even that. But I don't even know if hype wise, if they'll get it. The 6s, I thought
Yeah.
got decent hype. I really like the second 6 for the
The tan?
thick suede.
The
Yeah, but I
khaki?
didn't keep that one. I kept the green one. Yeah, but I
Do
like
you
the
wear it?
materials. I do wear mine. Yeah, I like my 6s.
Nice.
They're a decent pair,
Um,
but they didn't do like the same resell as like
the
other
ones and
Travises.
stuff. Yeah, I don't know why 6s don't get that kind of love. I like the 6s that he did because he did what I liked what Virgil did about the Off White 5, where he kind of slimmed it down a little bit. It
Mhm.
didn't have the huge patch on the side. He made it like a pocket, so it's basically like empty
Yeah.
material on the side. But it's not as it doesn't feel as chunky when I like hold the shoe and stuff.
Mm.
Versus like a normal 6. That's what I don't like about 6s and 5s for the most part is they feel like huge or super chunky. That's the little off-putting part for me. It's like a fatter one,
Uh,
an overweight
Yeah.
one, if you want to call it that.
Jesus.
All right. I think our last thing that we were coming to talk about, and this one was a really small update. I know we just looked at it a little bit, but I think we hinted on it last time for Bape and Nike, where there was rumors of Bape and Nike coming to some kind of agreement to get out of the U.S. And it looks like Bape's trying to bring up the old claim. I don't know if they've actually got any proof for it, but they did say that they kind of handed Nike a go, go F yourself. Basically trying to get them to prove what they were breaking in terms of the infringement. But they did pull out around 2009 out of the U.S. and then it says that Nike kind of let up. So I don't know. And Nike's already facing, pressure from Bape now to fight them. Have you guys seen the updates of the Lightning guy's lawsuit against them? What's his name? It's like
No.
KYZ.
I think I heard a little bit, but not much.
His legal team is pursuing that his brand doesn't like confuse anybody with Nike. And he's basically saying that Nike's basically just overreaching for what they think is being, recognized as their brand. And he's trying to have them obviously pay for his legal fees if he wins.
Oh, jeez.
So it's very interesting. People are starting to fight back against Nike.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, I guess, take to see it. For so long, I've seen all these designers complain about, Nike taking designs or not being able to fight back against Nike. I don't know. Do you think
Yeah.
they could actually
Remember
lose a
the really big
lawsuit?
one?
Oh, go ahead.
I think the big one we knew was Warren Lotus and how that one ended up.
Oh,
Didn't he lose that
yeah.
case?
He did lose that case, yeah. But I think Warren Lotus really messed it up in terms of his marketing. Like I think he really pushed dunks, like Nike dunks on his page too, and then he'd show the similar colorway in his shoe. And I think that's where you were getting things messed up. Versus some of the other guys just throw up all sorts of colorways of their own shoe, right? It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
I kind of think of it like Azeem, do you remember how Ian Connor used to do his what were those Vans?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Revenge
and
Storms.
the Revenge Storms, and he'd just post up a picture with 15 colorways, and you just order one, and that's how he'd get it made or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing, I feel like.
Yeah,
know.
definitely. They're kind of just using the model and just changing it up a little bit. I think
What's interesting to me
they
is
can
oh, go ahead.
they know they can fight back because they've already kind of dealt with them in
Yeah.
2009, and they're kind of be like, what changed? We've already been doing this.
And they've kept going. That's what I was about to say is
Yeah.
it's interesting to me that they never stopped, and Nike just now is okay, now that we've sued everyone else, we're just going to come back. Yeah, victory lap. We want to take you back for round 2.
We rounded the block.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part that's really strange.
I think
to me. I don't know if they're going to be
start
able
to
to push
cause
through
too
all
much
that.
trouble for Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Do you think it's causing a bad public image that they're going and suing all these brands? Because they're suing Lululemon too, don't forget.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But Lululemon's is for Flyknit, so that's a little different.
Yeah. But still,
they
it's
actually
just
believe
everyone
that they were copied.
Yeah. But no, I think they'll be fine because for most of these stories, you just see them once and then you just keep scrolling on your feed and you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Unless something new comes up.
Yeah. I was going to say, unless you're actively trying to find updates, you're probably not going to see another update because it's probably going to be hush hush. We've
I was going to say.
ourselves.
Do you think that's because they lock it up, or just because the legal system you can't see everything until you have access to certain things?
It's probably just.
I think it's a mix of both, and it's they usually try to just settle these cases without taking.
And then they settle out of court, so nobody has to see it.
Yeah, but it's also probably just nobody. I don't think either side wants to go through a long drawn out case.
Yeah, I can't imagine Nike really wants to drag these through. They just want to get them to shut up and keep moving on.
They just want to flex their I guess
power
or influence over smaller people and see what happens.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see maybe if there's a group of designers that would end up coming after Nike for stolen stuff. I know we talked about that other artist that had the cartoon-like drawings that he says were taken from him on the latest Nike campaigns. So it'd be interesting if that or that person or a group of people like that all filed lawsuits after Nike. But corporate America, I think money kind of buys your way through right now. So
unfortunately,
it's a difficult game for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of wraps up our episode for today. So don't forget, if you've made it this far, please like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and don't forget to rate and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.